Time for the latest in our series on how to manage your career. This time, advice for those in their 30s. Careers expert Laurel McLeay joins me. Laurel, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Laurel, first one, we were talking teens. Then we were talking 20s. So this is career advice for people in their 30s. And now it is time to get a bit serious, isn't it?
Well, interesting, in 2013, the number of women having babies in their 30s actually outnumbered the number of women having babies in their 20s for the first time. So we're getting a little bit serious. The average age to start a mortgage is 34, which is interesting because they're going to be sneaking into still having mortgages in their retirements and also getting married. The average age is now 30. So yes, it's not just all about you anymore, is it?
So, okay, so you get to your 30s and it's no longer, I'll just do this for fun. It's no longer, oh, well, I stay overseas for another year or another 2 years. Now this is more, I actually am going to need to have some security and some money.
Yes, and I think it's the time to do it. I remember on my 30th birthday, my wonderful uncle saying to me, "Oh, Laurel, your 30s, that's the time when people make or break their careers." And it kind of really stuck with me. Yeah, thanks. But it was cool. And in New Zealand particularly, with CEOs, we have a reputation for grooming our people for top talent, for CEOs in their 30s. And if someone hasn't made, say, CEO by their mid to late 30s, then in some instances they may be considered to have actually missed the boat.
Seriously?
Seriously, yes. And that's interesting, isn't it? That's not so...
Mid to late 30s?
Yes, to have an entry-level what's an entry-level CEO position?
Oh, that's a CEO that's only earning $250,000. That's a nasty little CEO and a nasty little outfit. Anyway, it's the beginning, isn't it? All right, so let's talk starting your own business, because a surprising number of people in their 30s are self-employed.
That's right. In fact, 30s, 40s and 50s are the most common ages in order to start your business. The thing about starting in your 30s is... fail young. I mean, seriously, we know that a lot of people do start careers or start businesses and they fail, so you may as well get on that bandwagon earlier.
Fail early, get it out of the way.
That's right. Yeah. So by the time you're in ripe old 40s, you know the drill.
All right. An interesting thing is that you have said to me that this is the last decade where you won't face ageism.
Oh, isn't this a little bit controversial?
Well, it sort of is, but when you think about it, it makes sense.
Well, there's a couple of places where you might still face it. So if someone's saying they're looking for someone energetic and dynamic, chances are they're looking for someone under 35.
Yeah.
Plus also there's these slightly hackneyed phrases of digital natives and digital immigrants. You are still in your 30s competing with people potentially who have known and grown up with social media all their life, right? So they just live and breathe it, whereas the immigrants like us have had to move into that. But seriously, in your 30s, that really is the last decade. Once you get into your 40s, you will face discrimination, most likely.
So what you're saying then, the executive summary of what you're saying in terms of employment career advice for people in their 30s is it is time to knuckle down and focus. How does someone focus? If you've been all over the place like a mad woman, how do you all of a sudden think, I know I'm going to need this much money going forward? How do you focus?
I don't know that there's an answer to that question, actually, Paul. You know, I think you just need to find what you love, because if you find what you love, then you're going to be able to focus anyway, aren't you? And you've often given enough of a go of your first career. You're straight out of university or straight out of school career. So you've got to just really ask yourself the right question. Does this motivate me enough? If I'm motivated, I'll be focused.
CEO by when, did you say?
Yeah.
God, 38.
35 to 39.
35 to 39.
And there are, you know, you think of Cameron Klein on BNZ. I think he was, you know, absolutely in that age bracket when he started. And
then the rest of your life is just positioning yourself for the next CEO job in the bigger company. And that's the way you go. You just ricochet
just the food chain,
around,
mate. Just
getting
the food
better
chain.
and better company cars.
Yeah.
All right, Laurel, thank you very much. That's where we went wrong. Laurel McLeay, career expert. CEO by the time you're 35.
Yeah, too late.
God. Oh, we've well missed the boat, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah, I was looking at you out the corner of my eye and I thought, that's that.